It's like 8 something, almost 9. Um, Finished putting on the motor mounts. I know I get a lot of shit from a couple of my buddies for them not being solid, but that's alright. That's just to get it in the car up and running. Gotta clean up and possibly change some of these exhaust manifold bolts towards the collector. Clean some stuff up a little bit more. Go over a few things. Let's see, go on back. Clean that up a bit more. I gotta get under here. And as you can see, there's like a rat skull or something. Let me see it right there. It's a rat's nest. Gotta get under there, clean it. Clean some of this stuff off, dry it out. Put my flywheel in and torque everything down. And then this should be about ready to go back in the car within the next day or so. I believe it should be good to go tomorrow. If not, by this week. Let's see what else. Wiring's there on this side of the harness. I just need to plug that in. Let me see, where is it? Right here. I should be able to, or most likely will relocate the battery to the trunk since I took out the stock Fox battery tray. Let's see what else. Let's come up to the front. It didn't have an idler pulley when I bought it, and my dumbass, not knowing, didn't know that it was there. 20 bucks at the local O'Reilly's. Got my belt, everything drive, my belt drive, everything where it's supposed to be for the most part. Everything looks good, tight. Cleaned up a couple of the things up front. Don't mind these will be getting cleaned up. Most of the stuff up front will be coming off and cleaned up in the off season if I can make winter jam. Let's see. Thanks to Matt for the AC delete bracket pulley. I appreciate the help and helping me with some stuff for the swap, mainly some knowledge. Thanks to Eddie and especially Aaron for getting on my ass about not being lazy and getting to it, or else we won't be able to drive together or drive with a couple of my buddies that are coming for winter jam. That's it for now. I hope to get it in the car within the next 2 days at least, so I can at least figure out what needs to be clearance in the car wise. And then I'll be doing my fuel system. Eddie recommended that I do the AN conversions on these two, and then do an AN line off of this to the body lines on that, and then drop a slightly larger fuel pump in the tank and figure out my whole wiring deal with that towards the SN95 stuff and the computer fuel management system, however it works. I forgot how it works. Then it'd go about putting my radiator in, making custom lower mounts, custom upper mounts for the radiator, and then mount my coolant overflow tank, tighten down my brake lines, brake fittings, get fluid in there, air out. Main thing is just wiring. Where is it? Wiring. Make sure everything plugs in where it's supposed to go. Get my fuel sorted out so I can have fuel and power to everything, and either use my chipped key off of the, let me see if I have it, it's over here, my chipped key off of the donor vehicle column, along with the ignition from the donor, from another donor. This isn't the original one. So I have a chipped key, ignition, and the PATS box from a 98 vehicle, not the same one that I got the engine from. But if I can either have the ECU tuned or mated to that PATS with that key and ignition and whatnot, then I'll go with that. If not, then I will probably use my stock Fox key with that ignition and just have a tune made for the PATS delete on this, and everything should run off the normal Fox ignition system, and I can just tie into that. And then my diagrams get here Wednesday, so I should have my electrical sorted out, which I want to give myself at least a couple weeks to get my electrical sorted out, and then figure out the whole fuel issue and conversions and whatnot. That should be pretty much it. It'll be my fuel, my electrical, the anti-theft, and then getting it bolted in and getting it into the car isn't too bad. The mechanical is not bad. It's the electrical and wiring and all that mumbo jumbo, which people know that I don't like doing. But that should be it. I don't know if I'm missing anything. Oh, I forgot. Oh boy, oh boy. Getting this. So this is the original Fox one that goes through the firewall on that side. And then there's the SN95 ignition plug, SN95 turn signal, which I should be able to mate to this because the plugs or the bits and placement is the same. Let's see what else. I gotta get some of this shit out of here. That's Fox stuff, SN stuff. Have to mount my SN dash. If it comes down to it, it'll probably sit like this with the wiring out and a steering column, so I can make winter jam at least and have the cluster in zip tied for the time being. And then once winter jam is over, I can focus on cleaning some of the stuff and actually making it look nice and factory. Mainly this and my SN95 harness, and that should be it. I have most of the stuff there. It's just putting it back together and making the car run and drive like factory for the most part. And seeing as it's a mod motor, I have 273 gears back here, which are horrible. The 302 didn't like them. I didn't like them either. And I am looking to throw some 373s in for that puppy. So I have 60 something days left for winter jam, so I need to get cracking so I can have this up and running. I really want to drive, and since I heard that a couple people from out of state are coming up to drive winter jam, thanks to John Duncan letting me know, I really need to make this happen, since John's been bugging me all year long to drive with him, and I haven't, which I feel bad because he's the one that kind of got me hooked on this. I need to drive. I need to drive with all my other buddies and everyone that I used to drive with. Also, I need to get the car done before Dean, because Dean's got a head start with me, and he's always giving me a hard time about my car not running. So that's a little update on what I've been doing lately, and that's pretty much it. I should be up and running, I want to say, within the next month and a half, so that can give me a couple weeks to at least drive the car, get a feel for it, order some gears, have the gears thrown in, get my tune calibrated, get my tune for the car calibrated, get everything sorted out, odds and ends, and do a quick once over of the car to make sure everything's good. I do need another alignment, inner and outer tie rods, and extended bump steer kit from Steve Mass. In the off season, I will be changing a couple things. It'll probably be a different color, big wing, or if not, a Mare Racing pace car style wing. Seats, I guess I have to run these seats to use a stock. Let me see, go in here. I'm guessing I have to use these style seats to run a stock seat belt, since I sold my harness bar, and it'll be getting a cage in the off season. I just want to get it up and running for the most part. As you can see, I have some stuff off of here already ran through this. These are all the plugs and connections that I have that aren't plugged into something. This is the SN95 fuse distribution or power distribution block. But that is pretty much it. Let me do a quick once over of this. Let's see that. That's way cleaner than it was before. It was actually like this, and now it's like this. That's actually not too bad compared. But if it were up to me and if I had more time, I would have had it stripped down, cleaned up, painted, made it look pretty. But that's pretty much it. Now it won't be a poser because it's actually got the heart of a Cobra and Cobra brakes, wheels, and I don't know, that's it. That's pretty much it for now, guys. So I'll keep you guys updated on anything else that changes. See you later.